So I'm not pretending to understand quite how it relates, how it's connected, or why these things happen. But I had my moment yesterday that I recorded in the previous video that I shot, where I had this vibe of ancestry, my mom's side of the family. And I took that into the imaginal act of facing my mom, who was stomping her feet when I was young, across the house to come and get me or chase me or whatever. But instead of running and being chased, I faced her and I spoke with her and I gave her love, and she received it and loved me back, and I felt and realized Christ, because that healing transcended time and space, and it was genuine. It's almost like I didn't imagine my mom giving me love and radiating joy. I witnessed it. I imagined in my imaginal act facing her. I imagined offering her love, giving her love, not being chased or running away. That was my active imagination. But the reciprocity, what I witnessed but did not actively write or create in my imaginal scene, was the love and the joy that came from her, and it seemed to transcend generations. So her son in the future, at like my age today, gave healing in the past beyond when I was a child and she was younger, into her own childhood where she was being chased, where she was being abused, and healed that level. And probably beyond that, I don't know, but that happened yesterday. And then last night, I got a phone call from my aunt from out of the blue. She texted me, and we spoke on the phone shortly thereafter, who's my mom's sister, like that side of the family. It's very, very rare that she would text me, and she did from out of the blue, asking how I'm doing. She's been concerned about me. She's actually the last of the uncles and aunts on that side of the family. My mom came from a big family, but we lost my Uncle Raymond, my Uncle Dickie, my Uncle Ronnie, my Aunt Mary Ann, my Aunt Susan, my mother. My Aunt Tina's the only one left. But it just interesting that I received that phone call, and I didn't make the connection either until this morning, until after I had been up and about in my morning getting my coffee. But this morning in bed, I'm lying down, my little kitty lied down with me, Finn, and he's such a little angel, and he lied on his side and he put his paws on me, and we just lied there cuddling together. And I felt this love for him and this love from him, a love of that moment, a joy and a happiness of that moment. Which it's funny, because prior to that, I was trying to get into that space. I was lying there awake and trying to enter a state of gratitude. Shout out to Joseph Ally for his tips, following practices that he does for himself, like waking up in the morning and entering a state of gratitude first and foremost, and then from there maybe imagining the end of the night and marveling at the wondrous miracles that have happened for you that day, the manifestations that presented themselves into that day. So imagining the scene of the end of the day at the beginning of the day, right? But it all begins with gratitude. Just like prayer, you should enter prayer from a state of gratitude. And I was trying to do that, and then the cat came up, and he cuddled and he snuggled, and I started to get into that state akin to sleep. And then when I kind of came to, with a little more focus, I realized I was in a state of gratitude. I saw the love. I felt the love of the cat, loving that moment of cuddling in bed with me. And I was suddenly, almost magically transported back to my childhood, where sometimes on a Saturday morning, I would climb into bed with my mother, and I don't remember if she invited me or if I did it on my own. But suddenly, it was like a role reversal. I mean, it was just an imprint. It was the same scene by different actors. I played the role of my mom this morning, while my cat Finn played the role of me as a child. So I got to experience today and correlate it with my own past history, what it is to be that parent in bed with that child who comes in and gives you love and shares that magical moment, creates joy, peacefulness, love, unity, and a beautiful, beautiful moment that cannot be replicated or duplicated elsewhere. And I got to experience that from my mom's perspective. Unconsciously, I didn't seek that out. By acclimating and feeling the gratitude, by bringing my awareness into that moment, it was a familiarity, but not from the position of the child. A familiarity from the position of the parent, of having the child come to me in my bed and give that love I was giving him, and what that meant. And it was just like a circle. It was like it was all connected. The parent of me with the child of me, with my mom, the mother, and the cat, my little furry son. We are all one. Consciousness is one. We're all one spirit. What's Neville say? God is one. God is love, right? So again, I'm not sure how it all connects. My mom's ancestry, that side of the family, but I mean, that took me back into the 1970s, back into my being, 5, 6, 7 years old, 8 years old, I don't remember. And re-experiencing that again with my mom. I can't help but to feel that that was somehow a result of the healing that was done through the love that I offered beyond forgiveness during yesterday's imaginal act. Get what nourishment you can from this story. Heal yourself. Heal your parents. Heal your previous generations and your ancestry now. And it makes the future brighter. Heal your past, for it changes the future. It need not make sense. Your imaginal act, your revision, it need not be excessively thought through and perfectly written. Improv, it doesn't matter how bizarre or crazy it is. It works. I love you. Like, share, and subscribe this video.